All I got to say is you're welcome. Every time we do a positive themed show and thumbnail, the price goes down. So today I decided to reverse and do a negative thumbnail. Is it over? And well, look at that. Bitcoin's rallying $124,000. We have some news to share with you. We're going to break down the Virtuals protocol ecosystem upgrade with Unicorn. What does that mean? MetaMask goes live with perpetual futures. What does that mean for the token that's upcoming? We'll break down some price action. We're going to listen to what BlackRock is saying about Ethereum. And we were just going to have a solid altcoin conversation. Gina, roll the intro. Thank you.
Hola! Is your boy Big Rob back in my house? Welcome to Sin City Crypto. We do things a little different here. If you've ever watched another YouTube channel and you're watching us for the first time, well, other ones are boring. Every single one of them are boring. Yeah, you got somebody that just looks at the camera, like, well, price is going to go up and price is going to go down and micro strategy, but more Bitcoin. We bring you the news in a fun and entertaining kind of way. We're from Las Vegas, so we're just naturally degenerate. We like flashing bright lights. Well, that's what we do best. If you're not subscribed, well, punch yourself in the face. Thank you. We don't like you. Now,
What?
give me my moment, man. I'm on my intro.
Terrible
here.
moment.
Shh.
You don't.
So we're seeing Bitcoin rally, and what we are here yet again. Zcash is up 20% on the 24 hours, up a full 70% on the week. This thing is not slowing down. We're actually going to replace
Bitcoin
with Zcash. Yes, it's official. Bitcoin is old news. We don't want you anymore. DCA and pray all day in the Zcash. There you go. Horrible financial advice, by the way. We do give financial advice. It's just not the good one. Everyone else, they secretly give you good financial advice. We give you bad financial advice. That's
what are you saying?
Thank you.
Watch us. We're the best. Other shows suck. We give terrible advice. Put yourself in the face.
No, but it's joking about the Zcash being a better option than Bitcoin. However, we have been talking about Zcash all week, and we're telling you it's not a pretender pump here. There's more pumps to come. I will say that in the altcoin space, during bull markets, especially when things get frothy, Bitcoin's a new all-time high price discovery, things just happen that don't make sense, like Zcash. I'll be honest with you, it's mind-boggling why this thing is rallying. It is a dinosaur coin. It's from, when did this thing launch? Like 2015, 2016, 2017? And it's just, it had a big run-up in 2017. I think it got up to like over $1,000. And then, or 2016, $2,000. But in 2018, it got up to $800. It really just missed the whole last bull market. It had kind of that Litecoin dash kind of effect. And so, you know, is there a trend happening here? Because also Monero is up. So Zcash, if you're not familiar, is a privacy coin. Monero's up 6%. Look at Monero on the 1 month, David. Look at this. From 270 to 338. You know, you have a rally of 25%. You know, it's kind of on par with Bitcoin, so it's nothing too crazy, but it's kind of signaling that, hey, once one project starts to break out and to a point where it breaks out way more than what else is going on in the markets, like, you know, Zcash is up. Hey, pay attention. You got two things to look for here. One, you got privacy coins, and also you have legacy coins. And so for me, those are two things that are on my radar. Same thing when you got a perpetuals DEX rallying, which we saw prior to Zcash get the big run up where Hyperliquid did very well. And then what followed that up? Aster. So if you would have been paying attention, you'd be like, hey, Hyperliquid's doing great. What's another play? You could have said, hey, like Aster, like this thing's coming up. Like And so if you draw these correlations and you do it early enough, you can make some life-changing money. That's my whole thesis here. And right now I'm kind of going all in on legacy coins. And so if you go down the list,
you calling for a Dash rally? What happened to Dash? I'm really not trying to like poke at you, but I saw some in the chat. Is Dash doing anything?
Dash is performing pretty well. So Dash, let's see, right at the beginning of the month, so 9 days ago, Dash was at $20. Now it's currently at 32. This thing, if you're a trader, first of all, has deep liquidity. It's listed on all the exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, anything that has more than Bitcoin has Dash on it as well. You look. It's just a ton of volatility. So trader, this is like a trader's paradise. You're getting big swings. It is
trader's paradise.
You got going from $27 up to 38 in 24 hours, and another 24 hours down to 30. 12 hours later, up to 36. A few days later, down to 28, and here we are back at 32. I think
I'm spending most my nights living in the.
I don't know.
I can't help myself.
I wouldn't suggest this as a buy and hold. It's just not. It lacks all fundamentals and all common sense for a portfolio. However, I think this is a great swing trade project or just leverage trade. But just know there's a massive amount of volatility on this one. Yeah.
I got a coin that I think is going to 2x. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, let's talk about that super chat. We haven't gotten super chats in a while, dude.
Y'all don't like us.
Can you read it? I'll read it because you can't read. Rooster said, Rob, with your interest in Zcash, have you looked at XCL? It's a new project using zero knowledge.
I have not, sir.
It's not a scam. I was actually seeing some of it. I don't know much about it, so I'm not gonna speak on it. But I guess the question is, you don't know about XCL. I'm sure you'll do some research, so will I. But do you think this is a run on privacy coins? Because what I will say, there is I think it's the leading privacy coin on Solana. It's called Dark Protocol. Dark Protocol. I think that one was rallying. Where is it? Dark Eclipse, unless they change the... I'll find it. It's on Solana. Why can I not find it? That's weird. But anyways, so I guess the broader question is, Rob, do you think there's going to be a run on privacy coins? Also, keep in mind, zero knowledge proofs, correct? That's the kind of the backbone of Zcash.
Yeah.
What was the number one gainer yesterday you looked at, Rob? Starknet.
Yeah.
Zero knowledge proofs. You know what else is zero knowledge proof? MINA. Where's MINA at? Is MINA rallying? So do you know, or because I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, thing is
okay.
This thing is dried up, and this thing dried on my lips right now. Somebody bring me some chapstick. So MINA protocol is dead. This thing ain't coming back.
Okay.
Put this one to bed. MINA protocol, you had a nice run in, what was it, 2021, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing, no bueno. There's a lot of...
Oh, yes. Here we go. Look at this.
What you got?
Dark Protocol on Solana. Rob, this thing over the last... Since the beginning of the month has rallied...
1 billion%.
6,000%. Is this the same one? Why is it so hard to find this fucking protocol? Anyways, I have to check. I'm sorry. Okay, I guess it's not working. All right. Anyways, privacy, zero knowledge. That might be kind of I don't want to say the new meta, but where people are at least making their money now. Okay.
Okay. I was kind of looking through the top outside the top 100. There's a lot of legacy in here, man. And so I'm just kind of curious. Any of these stand out? Any of these zombie coins gonna come back? Decentraland. I'll just go yes or no. Decentraland. Is that one coming back?
When you say come back, do you mean go back to?
I'm talking about break back into the top 100. How about that?
Break back?
No. How about this? Because you can get into top 100. That's not that special. Okay. So
how about
gets into the top 50? That's very advantageous, right? Top 50.
So top 50 is $2 billion market cap.
It's a $2 billion market cap. Wait, so not too far. You're talking about
I think the better question would be, will it get back to its previous all-time high?
No. These no, because that's very.
Okay, so
none of these are going to get back to their all-time high.
Okay, so
there might be one.
Will the Decentraland get in the top 50? No.
Compound.
No.
Kusama.
Hell no.
Flow.
Hell no. I took a big L on Flow, man.
Axie Infinity. It's a no. Dash.
No.
Amp.
No.
Sandbox.
No.
Okay, how about this? Is there anything here that will get back into top 50?
Okay, we'll get.
Okay,
back
or just get into the top 50.
Real quick, Rob, scroll up.
What about Dog with Hat?
Look at Akash. What a disappointment that's been, huh?
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. I know you're on a different wavelength on AI and crypto. I'm telling you, dude. The top for AI narrative in crypto is already in, and everything is gonna bleed out, bro. And you're gonna get pumps. I will say this: I wholehearted, adamantly believe BitTensor is the best play when it comes to AI. And so when it comes back, it's not a question of if, but when it comes back, I just think it's far out there. I think that AI and crypto comes back with like market interest, maybe 2-3 years from now. But I wouldn't touch any AIs right now, dude. Really wouldn't. And I think that you just look at everything that's I mean, you got Virtual's Protocol. What a disappointment on as far as market performance. Where is Virtual's Protocol at? Yeah, it's outside the top 100. And it's just like, I mean, you can sit here and highlight the tech, cool, but it's just everything is going up lately in alts, and that's why my thesis is exactly that. Is that alts are performing well. Ethereum is getting close to that 5,000. Solana's starting to get back to all-time highs, and it's just a lot of movement. Things are rallying, and I see no indication that altcoins are going to AI is going to rally. The same way, like I have no interest in gaming. Extremely bullish on Avalanche. Avalanche is one of the strongest in gaming, but I realize like, hey, gaming is not gonna rally. And I could have been over here beating the gaming drum all of 2021 and be like, hey, this is the truth. But the reality of it is that if you were to ask me like, why is gaming better on blockchain? It's hard to make that argument outside of NFTs and your skins. The game itself doesn't change. You know, it's so for me, it's kind of similar to AI. Like, how the fuck are you going to compete against the biggest 8 companies in the world, which are the AI giants, and you're like a small crypto company? And it's the same thing with gaming, right? Like, how are you going to compete with the biggest gaming studios when you got a small budget and like a community of 1,000 people? Like, bro, you better bring the heat to the table. Now, I'm not saying that gaming will never pop off on blockchain, but I think what it'll be, I think gaming franchises.
I don't know, man.
I think gaming franchises.
There's a big game coming up soon.
But here's where you got to do it, right?
Will it be?
You gotta be a major studio with gaming, with success in gaming. Then you integrate blockchain. Or you have a blockchain game, and then you leverage an outside studio that has the power to gain mainstream adoption. Go look at the clearance section in the video game store, bro. There's so many games that
no. HBAR Dono brings up an interesting point, and he said GTA 6 will push the gaming narrative. I mean, do you think that game has the potential to spark just massive? I'm not saying gaming coins are going to rally, but spark a massive renewed interest in gaming?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Their formula is still the same.
Bro, Grand Theft Auto's sick.
I'm not downplaying Grand Theft Auto. That has a giant community.
You're gonna buy it, play it?
Probably. Yeah. But the problem is that Grand Theft Auto isn't gonna push the limits of what is typical for their games, right? They're gonna just do the same thing they did before, but the cities are gonna be bigger, the stories are gonna be more in depth. It's basically like playing a cinematic movie in first person form or over the shoulder form, whichever way you want to play. And that's pretty much it, dude.
I love the
it's just going to be an improvement. And it's the plateau effect, right? GTA 3 was the first one. I think it was like the Vice City or whatever it was, and then 4 and then 5. They were all good. It's not like one of the GTAs like transcended video games from one sequel to the other. They were good. The franchise just kept growing, kept getting more people. And so, like, I don't know. And then the thing is, everyone always rumors there's going to be crypto payments in it, which would be nice, but reality is probably won't. More than likely won't. I will be shocked if they put it in there.
I'm going to take down memory lane here, my friend. Look at this.
Yeah, the Grand Theft Auto, yeah. I remember playing this on my Windows computer
97.
way back in the day. That's an over the head shot, bro. That's like the Grand Theft Auto 1.
I think this is the first one I played was this one, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
And then you had Vice City was the fourth one. San Andreas. Damn, it's been. Wait.
There's a lot of them, man. And the thing is like from one sequel to the other.
It's been over 12 years since the last GTA. 2013.
Been a while, man.
Damn, I'm playing.
That's why there's so many memes and jokes about it, because it's like, oh,
hey, if you're gonna make people wait that long, the game better be badass, right? All right.
I don't look at it that way. I think what it is that it takes a long time to build video games. It's hard to get it right, and like
maybe it's taking long because they are gonna involve crypto, man.
And HBAR says I'm not a video gamer. I'm actually a massive gamer. I was at one point I was top 100 in a couple of different Crimson Skies back in the days. Also, that one I was a top 20. I got in the top 1,000 in one of the Call of Duties. I forget which one. I also currently hold a ridiculously high score on Bloodbath. Top 100 in Geometry Wars. There's like certain kind of games I like to play.
Geometry Wars?
Bro, Geometry Wars is crazy.
Nerd. Geometry Wars. What'd you do over the weekend? Play Geometry Wars, rank number 6.
Do you even know what Geometry Wars look
bro.
like?
No one cares about Geometry. That just sounds ridiculous.
Geometry Wars is crazy, bro.
Great. Go play some Tetris.
Let me see. Geometry.
Okay, while Rob tries to figure out how to spell geometry, take a look at this.
I definitely misspelled it. You can see it right there. I don't.
I know you too well.
Geometry. So, this game right here, bro. I used to play the crap out of this game. I was.
Well, at least make it full screen so you can see it.
Oh, yeah, my bad, dude. Yeah, this thing right here. Crazy.
Wow,
just
Did you figure out where the hypotenuse side is? And,
look, dude, I would, it's not geometry like that. This one, I would just smoke tons of weed and play this, and I would just go into another universe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta do, bro. Gotta be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, but.
Okay, can we move on?
What were we talking about?
I don't need what. Like you just went down this gaming hole.
Yeah, but it all started because I was saying AI and crypto.
Yeah. AI is definitely not top. Don't listen to him. Venice token is up like 30% over the last 7 days.
There's always going to be exceptions. I'm just saying that the trend is.
Where's the exception to gaming then? Nowhere. So let's talk about some ETFs. AVID is #1 in weekly flows among all ETFs with $3.5 billion, which is 10% of all net flows into the ETFs. Also notable is the rest of the 11 OG spot Bitcoin ETFs all took in cash last week. Even Grayscale at the 2.5% fee. That's how hungry the fish are. It's from Eric Balkuna, senior ETF analyst over at Bloomberg. Take a look at this, Rob. Even when freaking Grayscale with their 700% fees, they took in money too. And so, yeah, take a look. Yesterday, we've seen a massive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive days of at least 400 million in inflows. 2 days ago, 1.2 billion. Yesterday, almost hit $1 billion again. Guys, there's so-called supply and demand. And well, you got too many people want something and can't get more of it, well, then the price goes up. Very simple. Look, ask yourself and question, even on today's show, the title, the thumbnail, is it over? You notice it's question marks, okay? Is it over? No, it's not over. It's not. It's just very simple. It's very funny. You know, Caleb Franzen, friend of the channel, great analyst. He's like, Bitcoin has been 7 days in a row of up, and then we see a 3% pullback, and everyone shits their pants. And they don't even put the mattress protector on first before they shit themselves in the bed. So just keep that in mind, you guys, okay? Keep that in mind. Now I want to show a video posted by Altcoin Daily. This is BlackRock's guy. I think his name is Jay Jacobs, talking about ETH and the ETH trends. Listen to this.
Well, I think a lot of what you've been saying, the rise of stablecoins, the rise of tokenization, and more enthusiasm around blockchain technologies, that often leads back to Ethereum.
So much of the rally in the S&P 500 this year has been focused on technology, whether it's large cap, mid cap, but looking at other ways to play this tech rally, there's crypto, and Bitcoin has done exceptionally well this year, Christian, but there's also more focus these days on stablecoins, tokenization. There was even a report last week that the SEC was examining letting stocks trade on the blockchain. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, we think that's coming, and it's going to be very disruptive. It's going to create efficiencies in terms of cost and time for investors. So we think this is going to be a great thing and really bring capital markets into this next century. And we think blockchain is the way to do it. There's a variety of use cases around blockchain, whether that's stable coins for payments, the Genius Act happened this year, or it's tokenization of assets, which could happen with real estate or stocks. We think this is a major theme that's going to impact not only technology, but also fintech. And of course, the crypto community. We have our block ETF. We've been out since 2018, which is actively managed, buying blockchain and crypto equities. It's averaged 20% a year return since 2018. We're a pioneer in that space. We think the upside is going to continue, especially given the current administration and some of the regulatory moves we're seeing from exchanges as well as large market capital market players.
Yeah, this administration has been widely supportive of crypto. Jay, what are your thoughts on the best way to play this?
Well, I think a lot of what you've been saying, the rise of stablecoins, the rise of tokenization, and more enthusiasm around blockchain technologies, that often leads back to Ethereum. So there's a big difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really this global monetary alternative, more similar in vein to the gold story. But Ethereum is really a bet on blockchain technology and other ways to use it through things like stablecoins and tokenization. So this enthusiasm has really trickled through to a lot of interest and flows into our THETA ETF, which is a spot Ethereum.
So interesting to see how they're explaining ETH versus Bitcoin. Before Rob and I have a discussion, I do want to give a big thank you. Today's show is brought to you by none other than the largest social gaming casino in the world, Stake.us. I'm sure you guys know by now that the mobile app, iOS, Android. What kind of games can you play, Rob? You and I have played a lot of games on Stake. What's been your favorite so far?
I like the scratchers, but those
do you
are...
think we like scratchers because we can't do them in Vegas?
Probably.
Yeah. You can do it on Stake.us. Pretty fun.
But we don't win a lot of money on scratchers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So if you want to have fun, play scratchers, maybe play some poker.
Yeah, I do like the slot machines. Those are good.
You know what I see? I see a
Lots
lot
of fun, man.
Yeah, I see a lot of people on like social media, like these like gambling influencers, where they have these things where like if you go to a roulette table and you have this much money and you place this way, it's like a 92 or 94% chance of like actually making money. Well, great place to try that out is something like Stake.us. And so support the channel. There's a link in the description. And thank you to Stake for sponsoring the channel. Rob.
Yo.
Let's say the year is 2005. you personally have identified
2005?
2005, 20 years ago.
3 years after I won
Just
Homecoming
let me get
King.
my point across.
I won
please.
Homecoming King in
Okay,
2002.
Great.
I was peaking at that point.
Okay, so the year's 2005. You have identified the internet and online commerce.
Identified the internet.
Just shut up and let me talk. My God.
I have identified
Okay, I'm not.
the internet.
It's your show now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I identified the internet. What did I do when I identified it? And e-commerce. No, I ordered a big screen television off of some Chinese website back when I was, back in 2002. It took me like 6 months to get the TV, bro.
Wow.
I thought I got scammed.
Wow.
And then finally they showed up with a crate the size of like a Mitsubishi Galant. You ever seen one of those?
Yeah,
Those were back in
for sure.
cool ass car back in the day. Anyways, that thing rolled up.
Wow.
And there was my TV. I thought I got hosed, bro. And I was like, yeah, boy, I got hosed, bro. You know?
So happy we went that direction on the conversation versus what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got?
Nothing. It's over.
Okay, for sure.
It's going to be a really good conversation, but you don't want to have good conversations.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Altcoin season nears as Bitcoin dominance weakens. Analysts predict a major breakout. Let's take a peek at Bitcoin, which, by the way, I'll be doing a trading show today. We hit an AVE trade. We got an XLM trade in. We'll take a look at those during the trading stream. So if you enjoy trading and charts, join us. If you stay in here, you'll be automatically redirected to the trading show. It starts in about 30 minutes. Bitcoin is seeing a really nice bounce. 124,052. I think the whole blast from the past, the time traveler who said that the top is going to be on the 6th, I think it shook some people out. It's pretty dumb. Oh, look, we have a celebrity sighting here. Jimmy's in the chat. Wow, we thought Jimmy forgot about us, took us to the backyard, dug a hole and buried our channel there. But Jimmy, nice to see you back, man. We love you. We miss you. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Yeah, I do
Anything
think.
to say to Jimmy?
Miss you, Jimmy.
You feel betrayed like I do?
No.
Me neither.
That's my homie. It's interesting that the pullback coincided with Wall Street. And so yesterday we saw a big pullback. We were in all-time highs 2 days ago in the S&P 500 on Monday morning. And then we pulled back, and so did Bitcoin. And NASDAQ rallied again this morning, and well, here we are again. And so I don't want to go too far down that. I just say, hey guys, pay attention to what's going on with the index funds, particularly the U.S. economy, and really keep a close eye on NASDAQ because I think that the correlation is not a coincidence. And so here you go.
Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance, because that's kind of what the article is referring to, is saying, hey, Bitcoin dominance is going down. Well, it's kind of going up. Well, let's see who wrote the article. Or who's the article about? Oh, Crypto Rover. Oh yeah, that guy's very interesting. He posts a lot of interesting stuff. Bitcoin dominance is actually trending up. So I guess, Rob, what are your thoughts on where the altcoin markets are now? And what are you expecting for the rest of October? You think we get just a blanket rally across the board? You think we see more of the kind of mini pod rallies? Like you'll have like 5 alts and like similar or adjacent niches rally, and then another 5 a week later? Or what's your kind of stance and where we're at with alts, as majority of people have all their money in alts and no one really? Sad truth.
I don't want to say majority of the people, but I think majority of our viewers,
Not just
majority
of people in crypto, yeah, are heavy alts. It's just
the people we hang out with, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
That's where the money's at, man.
Well,
here's the thing. We all want to seem smart. I know I try to seem smart, and at times it doesn't happen. But anyways, we're trying to outsmart the markets, and it's tough. It's hard, right? So your benchmark, the hurdle level, I guess, would be Bitcoin, right? If you're not going to outperform Bitcoin, well, you kind of missed the mark, at least in crypto, right? And so if you're going to buy an altcoin and Bitcoin does better than your altcoin, well, that's an X for you, right? That's a fail. That's a whatever sound effect you want to use. But there is a ton of money to be made there. And so we see story after story. We look at these projects, and there's just all these different millionaires coming up off of alts. So it's a high-risk game, but if you know what you're doing, you're going to outperform the person that's just simply holding Bitcoin. If you know what you're doing. The reality of it is that majority of people, probably 80% of people in alts here, or at least people watching, are probably going to underperform Bitcoin. They're going to they're going to think they're smarter than the gains you get on Bitcoin. And so are you part of that 20%? That's why you're here. That's why you're watching. And what do I think is going to happen is that very select few crypto projects are going to rally. Very few alts are. And so this idea or premise that, hey, Bitcoin's going to rally, all the alts are going to, no. Absolutely not. That's why we started today, and we were talking about the projects outside the top 100 that will not smell the top 50. And the reason is that these are L's. And so there's projects in the top 100 right now that will also be L's. And it'll also be a majority of them. And so which ones are going to be the winners? That's what we're trying to figure out. And you know what? The thesis, the prognosis, the
Alacadocious,
whatever, the
expialidocious.
These things are going to change, and things are fluid. Blockbuster could be the number one in video services for 12 years. Things change, and it goes somewhere else. Shopping can go from Walmart to Target to Amazon or whatever it is. Cars can go from Ford and GM to Tesla. Now is the number one sold car. And so if you just simply think that, hey, what was trendy in the past will be a winner, you're going to lose. You will lose. That's my whole point. So
Never lost.
like you got to be fluid, man. You got to be able to see where the trend is going and then pivot. Anyways, that long ass monologue there.
Yeah,
You got to find the winners, bro. You got to find the winners. What are the winners? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Get a notepad. I'm telling you,
Yes,
winners
Dash.
right here. No, Dash is not. I told you, Dash is something you trade. XRP winner, but you're talking outside of 2-3 years, in my opinion. It's a long hold. You want to make money in the next 12 months? Don't buy XRP. You can get mad at me. I don't care. Solana, this is an absolute winner. Triple green check mark on this one. This thing in the next 12 months will net you 5x returns. You will get over $1,000 Solana at some point in time in the next 12 months. Doge, not a big fan. I think it'll do well. Who knows? It might surprise you. I'm just not extremely confident in it. Cardano, not until the next year. I think right now, not enough narrative.
12 months, right?
No, I'm saying not until next year. So to the calendar year next year. So I would say probably March, something of that nature.
And what do you think it's
big
be?
rally? I don't know. I think it gets to $3 to $4. I think this whole $5 to $20 on Cardano is not going to happen. $3 to $4, and that's.
Would that be a disappointment?
I don't know. It depends on where you bought it. If you bought it now at 80 cents and it gets to $4, it's not a disappointment. You did very well. But you also buy it here at 80 cents, it gets to $4, and then you keep holding it, think it's going to get to 20, and it gets back down to $1.20, then you took an L. So it just depends on what you do, but your entry point, your exit point, I don't know. That's how I feel about Cardano. Long term, outside of a year, I do think that eventually they get things going in the DeFi world and they get some badass dApps. I don't agree with it's a dead chain and nobody's building on it. There's stuff there, just nobody's using it. You can sit here and Charles can list all the thousands of dApps that are on there. The reality of it is, how many people do you encounter every day that has one of the dApps on their phone? That's where it's lacking the adoption, right? It's there, the tech is cool, like it's secured, it's fast, whatever. It checks all the boxes. The box it doesn't check, DeFi needs a stable coin, it needs badass dApps that people are actively using. Lots of people using. And so for that reason, it ain't gonna be this next year and a half, 2 years. I think it's a 3 to 4 year hold, similar category to XRP. Chainlink, I think it's a great hold. I think that this thing outperforms people's expectations in the next year. Wow. I think that this is at $50, perhaps $100.
$50.
I still am more bullish on Solana than I am Chainlink, but Chainlink could shock the world. I think it is massively undervalued. My only concern is that I don't think that it gets enough retail interest to make it go parabolic. It's just institution driven. It's kind of nerdy. It isn't degen friendly.
It's kind of nerdy.
It is, man. It's infrastructure. Like, when's the last time you heard somebody talk about networking in an excited way that you weren't like, dude, you're weird. What's up, Jimmy? But so,
you're an idiot.
What?
The guy's business. That's what he does. So of course he's going to talk
That's
about
what I'm saying. No, we let you. But it's no, it's just, it's not something fun to talk. Like, even when Jimmy comes around, like, we ain't going to the bar talking about networking.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not.
Jimmy, what are your thoughts,
On the
man?
phone,
I wanna
on the phone, I will bug him. But the reality of it is that it's not an interesting conversation. You're not going to go to the barbershop and talk about networking. In the same way, ain't nobody going to talk about CCIP and interconnected and like, hey man, Swift. Like, people are like, what is Swift? Like, it's the thing that you send money internationally. Okay, cool. Chainlink's partnering with them. All right, man. Yeah, for sure. Pass the turkey leg. Be like, you know what? That's Thanksgiving Day table conversation where nobody wants to pay attention to. But anyways, yeah, I mean, this one, I could see this one popping off. I'm not touching it. Whatever. Avalanche, I think, will do well. I think it'll underperform expectations. I'm kind of, I want to know what happens after ETF. If by the end of the year, Avalanche isn't into the top 10 or near it, I'm out. But I haven't, has a lot of potential. Keeping a close eye on Avalanche. I haven't sold my position yet. But Stellar, all dependent on XRP. XRP ain't moving anytime soon, so I'm not really there. And then Hedera, interesting. I'm a coin flip on Hedera. I believe it long term. I just don't know. It's gotten some interest. I'm on the fence, man. Is it going to be a good project to hold in the next 12 months? I don't know. What do you think about top 20? Go down the list. Top 20. 12 months. Is it worth holding any of these? Altcoins?
Yeah.
Which ones?
BNB, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana.
You think BNB?
Yep. Doge, Tron, Hyperliquid. Well, maybe not.
You said every single project.
Exactly. Chainlink, Sui, Stellar, AVAX, Hedera, Litecoin. Yeah. Leo, fuck it. Throw Leo token in there too, bro. 12 months? Yeah.
Okay.
Which is funny because you're the guy who says 2026, the market's going to continue to rally. And now you're saying you don't believe these projects will rally.
You just got to outperform Bitcoin. Remember? The start to my whole thing here was, are you going to outperform Bitcoin? Because if you don't, you lost. You took an L. So which ones of these are going to be at a higher price than Bitcoin by the end of 12 months? That, I don't know, dude.
Oh.
I think by the end of I think in October of 2026, I think Bitcoin is over $300,000. And I just don't know if these projects are 3Xing. I don't see a $10 XRP, man.
What about a $589 XRP?
Huh?
That's pretty cool, right? I did a poll. What percentage of your portfolios in altcoins? Hey, guess what? 66%, 2/3 have at least 80% of their money in altcoins, with only 12% at 50% or more and 22% at 20% or more. So I want to give you guys the alpha, the update on Virtuals Protocol. It's a project that Rob has given up on. I have not. I still have a big bag of Virtuals. Unicorn rolled out or is rolling out. And interesting. A lot of changes, a lot of confusion. I'm going to break it down for you. I spoke to the intern, spoke to the founder. I got some alpha for you guys. So they're moving away from Genesis and they're moving into Unicorn, right? They rolled out Butler. So those of you who have been getting DMs from Butler, kind of tracks, especially if you connected your X to your Virtuals account. It tracks your wallet, the top positions, and it gives you info. And so it'll tell you unlocks coming up, market conditions, yada. ACP, all right, Agent Commerce Protocol, where agents can work with each other and pay each other, right? Something Google just rolled out. Virtuals has had that for months. And then the Launchpad, okay? Genesis is going away. In comes Unicorn. It's not going to be collecting points anymore. It's going to be the breakdown of tokenomics is 50% goes to the team. It's a whole mechanism of it being locked, and then there's a linear unlock, cliff unlock, and then certain amount of tokens get unlocked as it moves up in market cap value. And so the founder and the investors they're aligned in what they're looking to do, which obviously is making money. There was no built-in fundraising mechanism. So here's what's changed. Access, no more points based. It is fully open market participation from day one. You might be wondering, what about snipers? We'll get to that in a second. Fundraising logic, continuous linear fundraising from 2 to 160 million in fully diluted market cap through limit sell orders. So the platform will put in limit sell orders at these 2 million market cap, 3 million market cap, all the way up to 160 million. So the team can't just dump it all at once. 50% team tokens locked through 25% linear funding starting at 2 million, then 25% 1 year lock. Or if it gets to 160, whichever happens first. Okay? 5% of every new launch is automatically airdropped to the stakers and to the participants. Sniper protection. Here's the interesting part. 99% sniper tax fee that decays down to 1%. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this, and I got some clarity. Here's the way it works. When the token is launched, there's a 99% tax. So essentially, if you put in $1,000 or you put in $100, you only get $1 value back, okay? You might be saying, that's dumb. Why would anyone do that? Exactly. Snipers wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Unless you believe there is already a 100x potential in the market, which at that point, just wait. Each minute thereafter, the tax goes down by 1% until it reaches its final tax at 1%. So realistically, an hour and a half, 98 minutes, is what it takes from when the TGE happens to when the tax goes down to the 1%. So now it becomes in between 99 and 1% tax, where's the positive expected value for you to enter, right? So very, very interesting. And if someone buys at a 50% tax or a 60% tax, that money will be used to buy the token back. And so you're paying the tax, but they're using that tax to buy the token back, removing it from the circulation, removing it from potential sell pressure. So it's very interesting. I'm curious to see how this plays out. Market entry, start low and open, real market driven, and then conviction decides the outcome. Early believers capture the biggest upside. Here's a little, so Wiki, the founder of Virtuals, was on a X post or X Spaces. And kind of, that's about a minute I want to play. Just listen to what he has to say.
To the Verge end, the slight change that we do from the typical sort of pump fund model or the prototype model back in Q4 last year was that every single token or agent that's created, the earliest they could TGE or start trading is 24 hours from the moment they create. What that means is that you always get time to look at, sort of to do your research, right? And you know for a fact that, okay, this token is going to launch at 4 p.m. today my time or like 2 a.m. my time, right? So it's not going to be like a stealth launch, basically. So you get time to prepare. And on top of that, there will be an anti-sniper mechanism, which is one of the biggest issues faced by most trenches bros. What happens then is we will start the taxes at 99%, right? So hypothetically, after the sort of death by, the FDV is 100K FDV USD. With 99% tax, effectively, you will be purchasing at 10 million FDV, right? And that anti-sniper tax decays 1% every minute for the next 98 minutes back to the baseline tax today of 1%. So it's a game, basically, right? You have to basically decide what's the fair value of this project, of this agent, and then you ape accordingly. And again, everyone will be looking at the same chart at the same time, just like how we share network spirituality through internet. And
So I love the fact that the projects have to wait 24 hours. So there's no stealth launch, no insider, right? This is a new project. Great. You have 24 hours. They cannot launch until that 24-hour clock has ended. So it gives an even playing field for everyone. These guys, and guys, this is a big reason. This is a great case study on why a lot of the smart people in our space continuously applaud and pat on the back the founders of Virtuals, because they keep pushing the envelope. They keep doing things that no one else can even think of doing.
Bro, it's an hour and a half. You can't snipe.
That's where all the sniping happens.
I get it, but then they're going to start sniping after the hour and a half.
The value's not there.
Why not? I get it. You're not sniping at the first launch of the contract. You wait an hour and a half, then you can start sniping. And then you can start sniping even before then and just pay that tax or whatever it is. So
yeah, and if they snipe and they take
where's the innovation, right?
What do you mean where's the innovation? You have zero idea what you're talking about. Literally zero idea. When was the last time you traded a meme coin, Rob? When was the last time you bought a token that went live at TGE at 200K market cap? That is where the sniping happens. And
I get it, but what I'm saying is that, like, that 1.5 hours, like, I get it. You're just pushing the start line further down the road.
You're
right?
evening the playing field. That's what you're doing. You're evening the playing field. You're giving everyone the same opportunities. It gets rid of the insiders knowing a coin is going to launch and getting the contract.
I'm not saying it has zero value. I don't see it as some game-changing, revolutionary. Like, it's okay. You put a timer on a frickin' first buy at an hour and a half.
Watch how many people copy what they do.
Bro, watch. But what I want to know is why would you use virtual protocol agent versus an AI platform built by Google or one of the other? Like, make me, like, if I'm explaining our business, I'm going to tell you why we are so much better than the competitions. You know, we run a rental business. So, hey, why are you going to go with us? I will give you a sheet of 100 bullet points long on why we do it better than anyone else here in town. Now, with that said, why, like, what is, like, nobody has yet said to me why an AI agent on with crypto blockchain is so much further better with 100 bullet points versus what I can do on AI large language model or the dApps that plug in API wise. I just haven't seen it, bro. And so the innovation that what I want to see when they talk about, hey, this is what we're doing. You know what, Virtual Protocol, tell me what's going on that makes your AI platform compete with the likes of AI platforms that aren't in crypto? That's what I want to know, bro. I want to know, like, hey, like, what is it going to be? Like, what, like, I don't care about buying a token before someone else. I don't. I'm going to wait for it to come out. I'm not, and you're right. I don't buy tokens on release. I don't buy memes that are getting printed. I'm not on pump.fun in the trenches. That's not what I'm doing. I'm buying projects after they launch, and I, you know what, like, I'm kind of seeing what they do. I will buy newer projects that come out. However, I'm not buying them. Yes, you're 100% right. I'm not that degen. That ain't me. And will it help out people? Yes, I think it is a remedy to snipers. I think it's a small remedy, right? It adjusts, right? But it still isn't moving the needle for me on AI, man. I want to, man. I think it's got a lot of promise. I just haven't seen it, dude.
You keep mentioning Google and the big one. They don't. Where are they? Where is their ecosystem of AI agents? Where are they building it? Sure.
They're through the APIs, man. The APIs are the agents, dude. Like all these apps that you use for video editing, and these are API plugins that are doing what agents would do, right? The agents essentially would do it without human control, right? But you're pretty much prompting an agent. Like when you use your clips, you know, you're using something to video edit for you, to make thumbnails, to, you know, from our side, this is the benefit. Like you can't do that in crypto AI agents. I haven't seen it. We run a crypto channel. I have 8 or 9 different AI platforms. Gina has 8 or 9 different AI platforms. I have never used a AI agent from crypto. Have you, Gina? You have? You've used an AI crypto agent? I mean, I haven't. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe there's like a badass ecosystem that are like out there. I don't know.
Wait, I just got this like bot thing. This crypto hero bot. That's what I got.
Crypto hero bot?
That's all. That's like I just got it.
You making money on that thing or what?
I'm not thus far. It's been like 3 days. It's been 3 days.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's real world practicality. Like, I send money internationally to my daughter. Crypto solves that problem. It's better than the alternatives. There is, you know, different things with NFTs and RWAs. Like, hey, this makes a lot more sense. I haven't seen the use case for crypto AI agents that are outperforming the use case of the big companies. That's all I'm at. That's where I'm at, man.
Yeah, you're just not sold. You're not sold on it. Because you try to compare it and contrast it to what you expect it to be. But at the end of the day, it's what the market accepts. And if the market accepts and they want it, then you'll see the value rise. If not,
I haven't seen a product that I use. Well, and I use a lot of AI. That's my whole point. As I use a lot of AI, and I haven't found an agent that I personally use. I think the Sire is a good example. If you're sports betting, it fits for you. I haven't used it. I don't do sports betting, so maybe.
So to you, it's not a value.
No,
but you can't see the value.
But what I'm saying is that I use a ton of AI, and I have not seen any valuable AI agent that I can use. But that's my point.
But that's you in a vacuum. It's not.
But I use AI more than 95% of other people.
But you use it for different reasons.
I use it for research, video editing, for, you know.
AI agent in crypto is fucking video editing. None of them.
Then what are they doing?
They're doing what you're seeing. Market updates, TA, fucking fundamental analysis, pulling on-chain data for people. It's not like, oh my God, here's an AI agent that can go shopping for you. That's not the world of AI and crypto.
Then that's what I'm saying. Like that's the big sell point is
that's what's been driving the value so far. Can that change in a year? Sure. But that's where it's at now. And obviously people are putting value into it, right? They're seeing that as valuable, and it's driving the price up. Can that change in 5 months? Sure, it can. But as of now, we don't know what's going to happen in 6 months. We can assume, we can guess. But it's like, dude, don't fight the trend, man. That'll do it for the show today. I'll be going live on trading here. I need like 7 minutes. Give me 7 minutes, and I'll get ready. I'll talk about that 2X coin. I'll break down the chart on that one. And then we'll take a look at some our open trades. And, yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. So if you're in the TA, if you're into trading, make sure to stay in the chat. You'll be redirected. And with that being said, Gino, roll the outro. Thank you. See you in 5 minutes.
Sin City Crypto. Cassius Cuvée. Yeah. Sin City Crypto. Everybody know what we here for. Entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in. For big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.